advice for you as a new incoming nursing student. Don't just go in blindly. Oh, don't do it. Do not go in blindly. Because if you go in blindly, you know what happens to people like that? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the year of 2023 and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is the deal, okay? This is my first video that I'm creating for new incoming students. Remember what I said in my previous video, that there will be lots of changes to this channel. So as a result of that, let us get right into it. This video is for new students. Welcome to the profession. Welcome to the life of hardship. I would not sugarcoat it. I would not say, oh, well, don't worry, it's going to get easy. No, it gets harder. As you're in school, before you get into the school, it was hard. By the time you're in the school, it's harder. By the time you graduate and you're practicing for NCLEX, it is another hard hurdle. By the time you now finish and you pass NCLEX and you now decide to start your profession, it is another challenge. So welcome to the life of challenges, because you decide to choose nursing. Welcome. So with that being said, I will say welcome to nursing, welcome to the profession. There are some few tips for you. I know majority of you are planning to start your classes soon. You're so excited. You're like, yes, I'm already in the school. I just need to start. I cannot wait to start. Yeah, we all felt like that. We all had that feeling at the beginning. We all know how it worked until we got in there. So before you are overly excited, I have few things to tell you. Okay, the things that I will tell you is to get used to getting 70s and 80s. For people that are in school, I know some people will even be like, get used to getting 65s. This affected me, and that's why I really want to talk about it. Before I go on, I was in school. I created some hilarious videos with my friends, and I will post it. So you're gonna see the link come up somewhere in this video if you're interested. It was very funny, and we were talking about our orientation experiences and getting into the school and what was shocking to us when we started school. So if you're interested in that, you can click on the link below. If not, forget about it, move on and just watch this. So as a new student, okay, as a new incoming student, get used to getting about 65s, 70s, 75s, and 80s. It's not the end of the world. I'm telling you. I don't know how smart you are. I don't know. I know you're just watching this. Maybe you just came across this video and you're like, oh, not again. Yeah, I know. But in this channel, we'll tell you how it is. Trust me, you'll come back after some months of your first semester and you'll be like, this girl said it. This girl said it. Yes, I said it because I've gone through it. I've experienced it. I've graduated. I'm working. I passed NCLEX. I did everything that you can think of. So I know. And they say experience, they say, is the best teacher. It taught me in the hard way. Because I learned in the hard way, I cannot afford to let you learn in the hard way. But if you decide to learn the hard way, why not? It's a free world. You can do whatever you want. That's up to you. But for the rest of you that want to learn from my experience, You are welcome. Take a seat and let me continue. So, get used to getting 65, 70, 75. I think my school, one of the shocking things that I get to know when I started my school was that I have to get a 72 in the exams, and that determines if I pass or fail. So basically, even though we have all these quizzes and homeworks, it doesn't add up to the 72. So they really want you to have an average of a 72 of all your exams. So let's say you have 3 exams. The average of your 3 exams have to be 72 before you can pass. So even if your overall class grade is 85, but your overall exam grade is a 71.5, you still failed the class. I told you that you have found yourself in a profession of welcome. It's interesting, but at the same time, there are some things I'm very sure. Is it that some of you are waiting for your orientation to start, or some of you already did your orientation? I'm not sure if you already did because it's just the 4th. So I think majority of you are looking forward to your orientation days. I will say, listen during orientation, because there's some things that will be exposed there. You'll be like, wait, you did not tell me this. If you had told me this, I wouldn't have applied to your school. Yeah. So listen and pay attention during orientation. Like I said, that's just by the way. Get used to getting 65, 70, 75s because they will help you get by quick. If not, if you are still dwelling on getting a 65, 70, 75, what time will you now have to dwell on not passing the class? Don't waste time, okay? So I'm telling you now, before you get to that point, don't waste time. 3, before you start, I think after your orientation, they should send you your class curriculums. Or some of you already have your class curriculums and stuff. So this is what I tell my mentees, and I try to use this YouTube to teach them as well, my mentees. So if you see that, I will say if there's any question that you have, please check the comment section. There's a possibility someone have asked. Then I have responded. So please check the comment section. So one thing that I helped them with is this. Sorry, I'll put this down. One thing that I told them that I used to do when I was in school, I remember, is this. You all see how, this comes. You all see how I put different months. This was my last semester, so there's a possibility you will see at the back of it that says, congratulations, Sarah. That was when I was graduating. And I can't believe I'm saying that because it's been a few times now. Yeah, whatever. But this is what I do. Basically, I go on each of my syllabuses. I print them all out. And then I go on each of my syllabuses and I make something like this. So I put, what I need to do, what class. I shut in the classes. I think this is leadership and management. And then I put so I put it in as they are due. So I know every month. So the month of February, these are all the things that are due that I needed to do in the month of February. The month of March, I did the same thing for different classes. So I put them in one box. Just so I can go back to this and learn it. I can go back to see this and see what I'm missing. I can go back to this and say, this quiz is due tomorrow. The quiz for instance, for leadership and management is due. So I need to do it. It's due in 2 days. So I need to do it. So that's how I get things out of the way. So if you don't, I'm a visual learner. You also need to know what kind of a learner you are. If you're a visual learner, if you're not a visual learner, if you're someone that, learn by reading a lot, good luck to you. I don't know how you do it, but whatever. This is how I do my own thing. This is how it works for me. And I would say because of that, if you can do something like this, just so you can see it, if you're a visual learner, this will help you to stay in track. This will help you to say, oh, this is due. I need to do it. This will take me to my 3rd point. I think 3rd or 4th. I think either 3rd or 4th. Please pardon my stuff. I would pardon my counting because is you guys. You guys are the ones that you are getting in my head. So definitely, please bear with me and help me count. So my next advice for you is to find a perfect group. You can never find one, okay? But you have one that you can relate in, like you can relate with. So this is what I mean. You have to find a group. You cannot do it on your own. You cannot do it by yourself. I don't know what advice people have been telling you, but one of the best advices that someone can give you is find a group. A group will help you. If not just for helping you in the exam, because that's not possible, but at least they can remind you of the things that you're missing. For instance, if you create this and you send it to your group, everybody will benefit from this. Or if someone create this in your group and send this to the group, everybody will benefit from this. So I usually create this and I send it to my group members when I was in school. And, you know, we all benefit from it. Imagine I did this, someone else does something else and send it to the group. Someone else will either say, oh, I took my test, but first I have an idea. Or, oh, this is what you should expect in the assignment. That alone will help you, you know, to do things as fast and as quick as possible. So I will tell you, please and please and please find a group. But if you think the group that you find, you're the one that helps them the most, nobody is interested, everybody seems like, oh, I'll do my own thing, get out and go to another group. Find another group. Create another group. If you can't find one, create one. Okay? If you cannot, be like me. When I was in school, I remember during my orientation, I will post that video just so you hear what my friends said about me and stuff. I emailed the whole class and I told them, okay, I need a group. And I wouldn't mind to be part of your group. Or if you want to be part of my group, please feel free. And people, that's one thing, because I noticed that a lot of people didn't want to say it. So because someone asked, everybody responded and were like, yes, I want to be part of a group. Yes, I want to be part of a group. So a lot of people also want to do the same thing, but they don't know how to. So if you do it, it's like you are helping everybody. You're not doing anything less. You are helping everyone. Your day of orientation, if you can do that, send an email. If you are bold enough, send an email and just be like, you know what? I know we cannot do this alone. If you want to be part of my group, or you already have a group that you think I can be part of, please loop me in and stuff. People will respond back to you. I'm telling you, people will respond and they will appreciate that you send them an email. They will never forget you. Trust me, till I graduated, nobody forgot my name. Nobody. Because that's what we are meant to do. You got it. Okay. The next advice. You have to attend your first day of class. I cannot stress this enough, because if you don't attend your first day of class, you wouldn't know what is important to your instructor. Even after you created this, some of your instructors will still say, oh, this is not important. That is not important. So you know what to pay attention to. But doing this already helped you, because just you know that, okay, this is due, that is due. Some instructor will tell you the quizzes, even though you have about 40 quizzes, but they will tell you it's only 1.1 of your exam or your total grade. So why will I waste my time getting 100% for 0.1 when I can waste my time to study for exam? You see what I mean? Exactly. That's where I'm going. And I think you get the gist. Don't waste time. First day of class, please be in there and pay attention. Every other day, if you decide not to go to class, how does that concern me? Shebi is you. You are the one that want to pass. You are the one that want to graduate. So it's up to you. But I will say, your first day of orientation, please listen. It is important. Your first day of class, make sure you're paying attention. Ask questions. Tell your instructor, what do you think is important for us to pay attention to in your class? What do you think will help us pass your class? They will tell you. They will. So don't stress it. Next advice that I have for you: find out all the tutorials that are available in your school. If there is a session that helps with how to study, if there is a session that helps without, see, this is the only time you have that you can do all of this. By the time you move to J2, you wouldn't have time. I'm telling you. This is the only time that you have. And you know what? They intentionally make this first semester, first year, they made it so worse that they can dump some people out and be like, it's not that those people are, they're not smart or they're dummies. No, they are smart people. But the thing is though, because they're not organized, it was a problem for them. Because if you're not organized in school, I don't know how your ancestors want to get through it. I have no idea. You are not organized, you are not part of a group, and you don't ask questions. How do you think a lot of people make it through school? You think they just go in there and just wing it? I mean, you just want to wing it and just like, oh, whatever. I'm just winging it. No, it doesn't work in school. It doesn't work at all in nursing school. Winging will not work. So don't do it. Okay? So don't try it. If you don't want to be emotionally damaged, I will tell you, don't try it. You have the money, okay? You can buy all of the nursing content that is all over social media. I think everybody is now creating their own nursing content. They'll be like, oh, once they start like few nursing one or two things, they'll be like, okay, I'm starting my own nursing content. I'm starting my own. I'm helping you through part of pharmacology, through part of physiology, this, and that. If you have the money, why not? Go ahead. But someone like me, I bought some. It was not me at all. I bought some because I was looking for a loophole. I was looking for shortcuts to pass because I know they already created the platform. And I just need to go there and fill it in. But one thing that I forget is they created it. They summarized it. I didn't. So if I fill up those things, even though I read it all over and all over and all over again, it still doesn't make any sense to me. You get it? Someone like me, I like to put my own things together and summarize. I'm not saying read the whole of your pathopharmacology textbook in order for you to pass. Because trust me, maybe your first pathopharmacology exam has about 10 chapters. Are you going to be able to study 10 chapters? Be wise. Use wisdom. Don't be on my channel, I have no wisdom. Please, don't do it. Use wisdom. So you see, you skim through. That's why it is important for you to go to class the first day. Because if you do, your instructors will tell you what you need to know for the first exam. They will tell you. So why stress? Okay? Why do you decide to put yourself in unnecessary stress? Some of you will be busy eating in your dorms instead of you to be in class. And then you now miss class. You now start from, oh, there's a quiz tomorrow. And then the quiz all of a sudden becomes an exam. And you lose 3% of your total grade. And you follow me. No, you can't. There's no way you can follow me and miss such a point. It won't happen. It will not happen because I am here to torment you. As you are sleeping, you are here, you are listening to me. As you are waking up, it is me. See, my ancestors are harder than yours. They follow you anywhere you go. If you follow me and you don't pay attention to these loophole things, what else now? What is this? Another advice. I know you're J1, okay? I'm telling you this because it's what I did. I know you're J1, okay? But find someone in J2 that you can be friends with. You don't have to be friends because they will tell you, oh, I'm so busy, oh, this and that. Yeah, be busy. But once in a while, you text them, hey, what's going on? I'm just looking for you. How's everything? I hope your classes are going well. So that they can have you glued to their minds. Because for some of you that are in the profession, you know what I'm talking about. For some of you that have graduated, you know what I'm talking about. For some of you that are in there, you're doing that right now, you know what I'm talking about. That will help you because it will give you so much information that even you will not believe because they just passed that. So they're still, their memories are still fresh. The trauma is still fresh in their minds. So ask them questions, talk to them and be like, oh, how do you do this? I'm not saying your first day of meeting people. Well, you can. If you feel like, oh, our schedules don't, work out, this and that, why don't you just leave your dorm one day or leave your house one day and go there very early? and find them. Because you won't just find J2 students, you find S1 and S2 students. So anybody that you become friends with is an advantage, is a win-win. I remember when I got my first mentees, they came to me. They walk up to me and they're like, "Oh, hi, this and that." I was like, "Hello." And then they're like, "Oh, I'm J1, blah, blah, blah." I was like, "Oh, nice." And then we started talking and they asked me, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm S2." They're like, "What? You're S2?" And then they started bombarding me with all these questions. And I was like, "Don't worry, I got you." So I linked them up with someone in S1. I have some mentees in S1. I have some mentees in J2. So I link the J1s up with the J2s. I link the J2s up with the S1s. And then the S1s are linked up to me. So you see how I divide the whole thing? If you are smart enough, make use of that opportunity. If you can find anyone, it doesn't matter even if they are S1, S2, J2, find them. Find them and glue yourself to them and be like, "Please, I need all the advice and all the tips and everything. I really want to succeed. I really want to get this done. Help me." They will help you. And some of you that are always instructor's pets, this doesn't work in nursing school. I know some of my friends, they'll be like, "Oh, I'm going to go to the instructor's office." Yeah. Is that the only class you're taking? No. So you don't have time. You do not have time. Okay? Figure it out. Find yourself a group. Find yourself people that can explain things to you and you will understand. So if you decide to buy all these resources online and say, "Oh, I'm buying them so they can help me," if it helps you, why not? If you're like me, create your own. Because that will help you because it is yours. Nobody can duplicate it. Nobody can make use of it. Even when they make use of it, they will not understand. I create a lot and my group are like, "Sarah, what is this?" And I'm like, "This is what this is." Like, I have to explain to them literally. When I was in J1, because I have some experience in pharmacy, pathopharmacology was one of my best class. Like, I don't even stress with pathopharmacology. No, I don't. I passed effortlessly on pathopharmacology. But guess the class that destroys me? Introduction to nursing. I know some of you will be like, out of all the classes, yes, it was introduction to nursing. That class messed up my life. And I'm like, how can I be able to do pathopharmacology? How come I'm teaching people pathopharmacology and I don't even know how to answer questions on introduction to nursing? Yeah, you compare the classes and you're like, what is going on in your brain? Yeah, that's the same way I felt. That was the same way I felt. It took, trust me, when I tell you that nursing will, it will show you, Pepper. It will show you. Yes, that was not advice. Well, this is not an advice. This is just from me to you. If there's calculations that you don't know, because I know you guys are just new to the nursing calculation. For some of you that are not good at math, I know a lot of people that are in nursing that you're like, "I hate calculations." And you know what the school does? They make sure that that's the first thing that you do, in order to determine if you're going to continue with the classes. Someone like my school, you have to pass with a grade of 90. Is the first exam that you write as soon as you resume. And you have to pass with at least 90. You have 2 chances to take it. If you don't, then you drop for the semester. That's how harsh my school was. So if you feel like there are some nursing calculations that you don't know and stuff, I would tell you, start practicing nursing calculations. Start practicing nursing calculations. If you don't know any, I was good at it when I was in school. Drop it in my comment section and I will definitely respond back to you. If you want me to create videos on nursing calculations, I will do it for people that are practicing for NCLEX. I will post it in there. So if you feel like you want to learn from there, why not? But if you feel like there are some specific questions that you don't know, please shoot it my way and I will not hesitate to help you answer those questions. So with that being said, remember, you are your brother's keeper. This is not the time to say, "I will do it by myself." No, see, let's be tapping sense. So you cannot be in my group. You cannot be part of my social media friends, and you are losing all these opportunities. Don't do it. Okay, don't do it. So because of that, please and please and please make use of the opportunity that you have. Find yourself the best group that you can be in. You will not find a perfect group, but you have a group. You cannot find a perfect group, but you find a group that you're like, okay, I can relate. All of us have a common goal to pass. Not that someone wants to be the leader and the other ones are followers. That's not a group. Get out. Okay? Get out. That's not where you are supposed to be in. Okay? Attend your first day of orientation and your first day of class. You will get so much information. The instructor might not remember your name, but they will remember you as the person that asked the most questions in class. I'm telling you, go in there and ask them questions. What is most important to you? What do you think we should know in this class? How can I study for your class and pass? They will tell you. So don't stress. If you have the money to buy all of these nursing content, packages, why not? Go ahead and buy it. But if you don't, like me, I like to manage my money. I don't have that much money. When I was in school, I didn't have that much money. And I worked 2 jobs and I didn't have that much money. So if you think you're one of those people that has the money, why not go for it? If not, create your own. It's not that hard to create. It's not that hard to create. Don't stay in your dorm and just sleep and wake up. This is not the time. This is the time to fasten your seatbelt and get going. This is a marathon that you're about to start. It's not a joke. I'm not going to be here and be like, oh, well, it gets easier and stuff. No, it doesn't. No, it does not. It gets harder and harder and harder. You just need to find a way to get used to that hardship. Period. It doesn't get easier. You need to find a way to get used to the hardship. Once you get used to that hardship, every other thing is easy. Like I said, get used to getting 65s and 70s and 75s and 80s. I was an A student when I was in school. When I say school, I mean pre-nursing school. Even while I was in my other schools, I wasn't a dumb student. I wasn't a dumb student. I am smart, and I know that. And it's not that I'm bragging or anything, but this girl still got 65s, and I still got some 60s. But I found my way through, and I passed. And that's all that matters. So for the times that you will get 60s and all of these things, and you want to be down on that, really? It's just 60. I mean, you didn't get a 45 and you didn't get a 40. You got 60. So it's not the end of the world. Catch up with the other things. Okay? Don't stress. Know what's important to you. Know how you can work. Create a good group or find a good group that you can be part of. And I tell you, any medication question, put it down below. I will answer it and send it back to you. Please, if you put like a comment down in the section and I didn't respond, is either I am very busy because I have other things that I do as well, but I love you guys so much, so I have to come on YouTube. And I have a lot of information that I have to put in here. So I'm going to do that every time in with your eyes wide open so that you don't get out quick. Okay? With that being said, that is all I have to say. Don't forget, pass this information to your classmates. If you're new, if you have friends, pass this information to them. I will drop some information for you that will help you, that will relieve the stress for you. Sometimes it might be useful to you, it might not. It's up to you. You might use the information, you might not. That's up to you. But I'll drop them here in my YouTube channel. So if you have any information or you have any question, please do not hesitate to drop it down in the comment section. So with that being said, it is a wrap. It is 2023. Let us start strong. Go in there and give it your best and your all. And I know you've got this. It might look like it will never end, but it will. Okay? So be fine. That is all I have to say. So I'll just say, make sure that every plan that you have, you put it in. Be about whatever you want to do. Be about it. It is all about you. And that's what's most important. So love you guys. Love you, love you, love you. Love every one of you. Love all of my new subscribers. You are welcome again. Welcome, welcome, welcome again. So let me know if any of this is helpful to you. If not, Really? I'm just going to be talking for this much and it's not helpful. You know that is helpful. Anyways, bye, y'all.